What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys see by the title down below, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a delicious Cajun style turkey for Thanksgiving. Let's get into it. Alrighty, you guys, so to get right into it, here's all of the stuff that we're gonna be needing for this turkey. And to be really honest with you guys, it is not that hard. It's a pretty simple, easy recipe. Obviously, we are making a Cajun style turkey, so we wanna make sure we have our Cajun seasoning. But other than that, everybody has their own way of making their turkey, and it's really easy. And my family has been loving the way I make this one for years and years and years. And you guys are probably wondering, Felipe, why are you making a whole turkey already? Like, you know, todavía ni es Thanksgiving, todavía ni pasa, and you're already making a turkey. Like, what do you mean? Two reasons. One is so I can film it for you guys because you guys have been asking for this recipe for the longest. And two, because we're gonna be having a Friendsgiving with Levy's side of his friends. So that's why we are making this turkey today. So enough of me talking, let's get into what we're gonna be using and what we're gonna be needing for this recipe. So I have an 18-pound turkey. Remember that you need to have your turkey thawed out completely. And it takes a while, my love. So if you have a big ass turkey, then you gotta make sure you take it out, put it in the fridge or whatever, let it thaw out for 3, 4, 5 days or however long it takes. So yeah, the stuff that we're gonna be using for this turkey, we have some potatoes. I already washed everything on here, but we have some potatoes, we have some carrots, some celery. We're gonna be using some orange, some lemon, some garlic. We are also going to be using an onion, and I found this at the store, which is a poultry blend. It's not necessary, but if you find it, I definitely recommend because this is what's gonna give it that delicious taste as well, other than the Cajun. But this pretty much has like thyme, rosemary, sage, and all of that. And we're gonna be using this to make sure that our turkey is delicious. So this is pretty much all that I add into my turkey. There's people that add stuffing and all of that, but this is the way I make it. So yeah, obviously we're gonna be needing a turkey, and we have some butter or some imperial margarine, butter, margarina, whatever you wanna call this. And then obviously we're gonna be needing some, you know, turkey bags, because yes. Now the main thing that I'm gonna be using for this is Cajun seasoning. You can use whatever seasoning you want. This is actually the first time that I'm ever gonna use this brand, Slap Yo Mama. I've been seeing this one a lot on TikTok, so we're gonna try it out and see how it comes out. Hopefully it comes out good. But yes, I'm excited for this. And then we are also going to be using some onion, some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, some thyme leaves, some black pepper. We have a little bit of chili powder, some basil leaves, and some oregano leaves. And you can also add a little bit of paprika and other seasonings on there. This is just for a little extra taste, but the main one, it's this one. All right, so let me kind of clean up this up a little bit, and then we'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, so in a bowl, we are going to be adding all of our butter first, all right? You guys are probably wondering, Felipe, why do you need so much butter? Like, what the heck, you know, what are you doing? Well, the butter is honestly kind of the secret ingredient. That's what kind of makes it really nice and juicy. And you can never go wrong with a lot of butter, my loves. Like, it's okay. You know, we want that turkey to be nice and juicy, not that shit to be all fucking dry and shit like your motherfucking you know what. Okay, so here I have my butter. All I'm gonna do, it's nice and soft. I'm just gonna kind of press it down a little bit, and then we're gonna start adding all of our seasonings. So now that we're done with all of this, now we're gonna be adding all of our seasonings. I like to add a pretty good, generous amount of everything just because it blends in there with the flavor. It tastes delicious, and once you're baking that turkey and that butter is melting and the turkey is releasing its own juices, oh, that is delicious. So we're gonna add some. This is smelling delicious already. Now, me personally, I like to add chili powder just because this kind of gives it that extra kick in there, that spiciness into that turkey, and it honestly tastes delicious, you guys. So if you guys want to add some chili powder or paprika, definitely go for it. But we're gonna add a pretty good amount of it. This smells delicious. Some parsley. Can never go wrong with parsley. Some thyme. We're gonna add some garlic powder. We're gonna also add some black pepper. And don't be scared to add too much black pepper. You can never go wrong with the little black pepper in there. All right. Alrighty, so now we have all of our seasonings ready into our bowl. The last thing that we're gonna be doing is adding some Cajun seasoning. That's how you do it. Okay, now, I know that looked like a lot, but trust me, you want this turkey to taste like Cajun seasoning. So that's why you have to add a pretty good, generous amount with it. Don't be scared, it's going to taste delicious. So now that we have all of this, now we're just gonna mix it all together until it creates this delicious, nice, buttery paste of all the Cajun and all the flavors mixed in there. So let's do that. Now, a little hack, in case your butter is really cold or you had it in the fridge or for whatever reason you forgot to take it out or whatever, you can always put this in the microwave for 5 to 10 seconds so that way the butter gets nice and soft, which is what I just did right now, which is why you guys are able to see me being able to mix this way easier. And look at that. Look at that. This smells delicious. Look at that. Doesn't that just look so freaking good? Okay, once I'm done mixing my butter, we're gonna go ahead and set this aside and we're gonna start prepping our veggies and everything else that we're gonna add into our turkey. We're gonna cut up the potatoes, cut up the carrots, the celery, all of that stuff, so that way we are ready to go to just stuff that in the turkey, put the butter all around and let that marinate. So let's get that going. Okay, so here I have everything that we're gonna be using to stuff our turkey with. And honestly, what I like to do is just cut everything up in squares, have everything in a bowl, and literally just have it ready to be stuffed into that turkey. So let's do that. You guys, honestly, these are super delicious. I remember one time when I made them, I was a little bit like skeptical about adding all of this stuff, right? Because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna taste good. What if like la papa se deshace and it gets all disgusting and nasty or whatever? But no, it actually adds a lot of flavor. Think about it like this. We are making a Cajun style turkey. All that seasoning and all that flavor and all that butter is going to mix with our potatoes and everything. Baby girl, once I had a Cajun style potato, oh, that was delicious. Like I would literally eat that by itself. Now, another thing that you can also do is get the small little baby potatoes, the little round ones. That also works as well, but I just like doing it this way. It's easier, I guess. All right, we're all done with potatoes. Now we're gonna do our carrots. And cut that extra off. Okay, so now for the carrots, all I'm gonna do is just cut them in smaller portions. And like this one, you can leave it like that, but these, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them in half, just like that. If you guys are enjoying these type of videos, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what is your favorite part so far. Are you excited to make this turkey or not? Are you gonna make it? I don't know. Are you just watching just because? And also, if you guys have any other recipe ideas or anything that you guys want me to do, leave them down in the comments below as well. All right, now we're gonna move on to our celery. So for the celery, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off the edges, the end parts. Y'all, I gave Toby some celery for the first time ever. In the beginning, he was like, what is this? But this motherfucker ate it. He loved it. He's literally just staring at me like, are you gonna give me some food? Watch, I'm gonna call him right now and then he's gonna come running. Toby! Come here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for the celery, all I'm doing is I'm just cutting it in smaller portions as well. What this is going to do is it's gonna give it that delicious taste on our turkey. Okay, now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and cut our oranges. Now for our oranges, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them in thinner slices, and we're gonna also stuff our turkey with this. It's gonna be that delicious citrusy taste, and it's also gonna give it that delicious smell. Oh, this smells delicious. Now that we're done with our oranges, we're gonna do the same exact thing with our lemons. All right, now we're gonna do our onion. This, I'm just gonna cut this end off. We're gonna go ahead and cut this in half. Go ahead and take off the outer layer. Ahora no vas a llorar, eh? I'm over here crying over the onion. Same thing with the onion. We're just gonna go ahead and cut it in like little edges like this. Okay, lastly, we're gonna be adding our garlic. Now for the garlic, it's up to you. You can add however much you want. Again, what I love about this recipe is that it's all personal to your own taste. So if you really like yours to be really garlicky or whatever, then add some garlic in there. Now, I will say this, for the garlic, I am not going to be cutting it or anything. I'm just gonna be adding them whole like this, because in the past, when I first did the turkey, the very first time that I tried doing this, I ended up cutting them up, and some people ended up eating like pieces of garlic, and that was not pleasant. So I definitely learned my lesson with that. So now that they're whole, they still release that taste and that smell and everything that's gonna make your turkey delicious. But now people are able to say like, oh, hey, this is a whole garlic thing, so I'm not gonna eat it. So yeah. All right, so we are done here. We're gonna go ahead and move that out of the way. This is our bowl with everything that we literally have. We have our potatoes and our carrots and celery, lemon, orange, garlic, onion, all of that. We also have our butter ready to go. Now let's wash the turkey. Let's get the turkey in the bag and let's start lathering that baby up. Let's get into it. Okay, so this next step that we're gonna be doing here is washing the turkey. Now, I like to do this over the sink just because, yes, it is a little bit gross and it will release a bunch of juices. Okay, so the turkey has been washed, it's in the sink, and what I did now is I laid down some paper towels and I laid down a generous amount of paper towels because we're gonna be adding our turkey on here and we're gonna be patting it dry so that way we can start adding everything else into the turkey. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that we have the turkey here, what we're gonna do is grab some more paper towels and we're gonna go ahead and dry it up completely. We don't want any water in there whatsoever. We wanna have it as dry as possible. I'm getting in there, I'm getting in the little crevices. Let's go ahead and flip this baby up or whatever. Should be dry under the wings. We want it to be as dry as possible, you guys. All right, so now that our turkey is completely dry, now this is the fun part, I guess. We are going to get our tray. Okay, so our turkey bag is where our turkey is going to be going in, where it's going to be cooking in, and where it's going to be releasing all those juices and everything in there. Now, we obviously want to add some butter in here so that way we can mix it all up in the bag so that when we put this turkey and it sits in the bag, the bottom is already nice and coated and it still has that delicious taste in there. So we're gonna get some of our butter, add it in there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mix it around in our bag. We want that to sit at the bottom and on the edges and everything. Now we're gonna open up our bag and you're going to place your turkey inside the bag. So let's go ahead and do that. Pick this one up. Make sure there's no napkins. Try to place it inside the bag, just like that. Look at that. Now this next part is the fun part. We are going to be putting on some gloves just because all of those spices that are in that butter, you do not want your hands to start burning or whatever because baby girl, there is a lot of spice in there. So we're gonna go ahead and add some gloves and all we're going to be doing is just getting our butter, putting it all over the turkey, getting all of the vegetables and everything else that we cut. We're gonna start putting it inside, around, everywhere until the entire turkey is fully covered. All right, so we're just gonna grab our butter, put it all over the turkey. Now what I like to do is I like to add a good amount of butter. I like to peel the skin off and put all that butter in there. All of that in there will melt. It'll taste delicious. Don't worry if you miss some areas. The butter will melt and eventually it'll find the areas. It'll go wherever you want it to go. You are going to be having a lot of melted butter and that's what's gonna make it really, really nice and delicious. Now let's go ahead and add some of our stuff. Okay, so we're gonna add some oranges around. We're gonna add some inside. Add some lemon inside, some lemon on top. Add some celery, some onion. We're just gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna stuff it up. Okay, look at that. And this honestly smells really good, y'all. So we're done with that. Also the neck, you are able to add as well as the other stuff that they gave in there. It's up to you. I'm just gonna add it here to the side and that'll cook in there. And we're gonna grab the rest of our butter and we're just gonna throw it on top. And now we're going to add our little plants and all of this, just how it comes. All we're gonna do is just put it on top. There we go. And once all that butter and everything melts in here, ooh, trust me, it is going to be delicious. Now the bag is going to be a little bit messy, but hey, it's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and close the bag up officially. Everything has been inside the turkey. There we go. All right, so our turkey is completely sealed and it is ready to go. Let me wash my hands, we'll be right back. All right, you guys, so we're fully done with our turkey. It's inside the bag. It has all that butter and everything in there. Now we are going to let this sit in the fridge for the next 2 days. Today's Thursday. We obviously need this for Saturday. And I like to do that so that way my turkey has enough time to marinate so all those flavors and everything in there just mix. That will literally make your turkey taste so much better. Now you can do this a day in advance, but honestly the flavors won't be as strong. So if you have the time to prep your turkey, definitely do so. So with that being said, let's put this in the fridge. For me, it'll be 2 days. For you guys, it'll literally be a second. Alrighty, you guys, and it is Saturday already. This turkey is ready to get cooked. As you guys can see, my oven is ready at 425 degrees, and I'm going to be cooking this turkey in there for approximately 2 hours. After that's done, we'll bring down the temperature to 350. We'll leave it in there for another hour or so. Then at the end, we'll just take it out the bag and let it finish cooking so that way that skin gets really, really nice and crunchy. So let's put it in the oven. Alrighty, well the turkey is in the oven. We're gonna let that cook for the next 2 hours or so. Then we'll be right back to show you guys whenever we bring down the temperature and take it out the bag. So see you guys in a bit. We're gonna go ahead and lay some toallas on here para que no vaya a quemar esto. Which I don't think this will burn actually. Well, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I have my oven mitts. This looks de-fucking-licious. Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, so now that our turkey is out from the oven, this step is very, very, very important. You wanna be very careful with this. We are going to open up this bag and slowly and very carefully, because once again, it's really, really hot. All that butter and everything in there is just going to fall into that pan. And we're gonna try to pull the bag from the side until it's completely gone. So be very careful with this. All right, vamos a ver. You wanna come and look at it? Look at that skin right here. Why is your mouth watering, ho? Y'all, love is right here.
That shit is so good. Like, he made it last year and
It's good, huh?
ate that shit for 3 days after.
You gotta be very careful with this butter because it is really hot. Y'all, I mean it when I say, please be very careful because this butter is extremely hot. Now, I know you're probably wondering at home, how am I supposed to know that this turkey is fully done, fully cooked with the help of a thermometer? If you have one, great. If not, I really, really recommend you guys to go find one, go get one from Walmart or wherever. And the way to test this, you're going to stick this thermometer in the thickest part of the actual turkey and it has to go over 165 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. And this one here is reading, oh, it already passed 160. It's at a 180. 190, 195, around there. So this turkey is completely cooked. All right, so now that we know that our turkey is fully cooked, we're going to put this in the oven. We're gonna put the broil setting on there and we're gonna leave that in there for like probably 5 minutes or so, just so that way the top of this skin gets really, really nice and crunchy. So let's do that. Alrighty, you guys, so our turkey has been broiling in the oven for the past 5 minutes, and look at that. Take a look at this and this sound. Now that is crunchy. Alrighty, guys, and here it is, our turkey fully done and cooked. This thing smells delicious. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys share it around. Comment down below what was your favorite part. Do you like this recipe? Are you gonna try it out? Or do you wanna see something else? Leave it all in the comments down below. Make sure you guys also subscribe, hit that bell and all of that extra stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.